Alright folks, welcome to another round of the Ring Meister. My name is Morgan and I am in the C6R and I'm taking off.
Okay Morgan, get ready. Go, go, go!
Not sure what they were doing back there, but I'm not waiting for them to figure it out. iRacing definitely wanted American muscle this season with the Ring Meister series, because there have been a lot of mighty American V8s in this series.
Good start, mate.
And I can't say I'm very upset by that. So, made it through the first sector alive. Gonna try to maintain that status quo for the remaining 2 3/4 laps.
Behind is increasing. It's now 1.6.
This has been an interesting car to get used to. I just purchased it, and wow, that rear diff has some crazy characteristics on liftoff. You have to be real gentle with it, which isn't too surprising. I'm assuming this is supposed to be a sequential gearbox, but it looks like it needs clutch usage for the downshifts, so it's definitely been interesting, but this thing is certifiably rapid. It's got tons of torque. First gear is pretty much useless, but other than that, it's certainly been a fun car to get used to. Now, I know I'm leaving a little bit of time on the table. Started to find it in the practice sessions, but looking at the guys behind, no need to take too many risks in this session. Just gonna try to go for consistency here. Ooh. And there's that rear diff action. So what this likes to do is on decel, it just hyper rotates. Which, if you're not ready for it, is gonna set you up for a spin. So I'm braking extra early a lot of places. I'm also making sure the car is completely straight when I can.
The gap to Dominguez behind is now 4.5.
But all in all, it's not too bad to manage. The most difficult part of the whole track, it seems, for this car is the carousel, where it is real sketch. You have to go real slow through the carousel.
To think we could have gone single file without him.
Something happened back there. So I see P2 has left the chat. And here's the carousel. We're gonna tiptoe. No rush. Sunday drive. Not racing. Oh, it felt so slow.
Adrian, what the hell, man?
Lots of love being shared in the pack. Come on, turn. Yeah. It's so odd with this car because most of the corners it grips up pretty well, but there's a handful where it is just super floaty. Car's not sure what it wants to do. Power! we go. The shift light on the dash with this car is also interesting because it's on right now and it just feels like it's telling me to shift too soon. But I'm trying my best to listen to it. The second carousel is a little bit more
The gap to Harris
forgiving
behind is now
than the first
6.0.
carousel. And away we go to the back straight. Alright, I'm going to shift when the shift light comes on. Just feels so early. But whatevs. Now, this is a car that appears to have TC, but it definitely doesn't have ABS. So, this last complex is real interesting. Gotta make sure to not overdo it.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 78 Fahrenheit. Come on, Morgan. 2 laps left. You're P1. Only 2 more laps of fuel.
It feels like I'm crawling through there, but I found that is the best way for me to make it through there anyway. That was not my best, the last left right. Got a little bit out of line there. Decided to be patient and wait for the car to get back where I needed it to be. No need to force the issue at the moment. Looks like maintaining the gap pretty well here. 6.7 the last I saw it. Yeah, probably a hair late on the throttle. In there.
The gap to Harrison behind is increasing. It's now 7.2.
I just don't know what to do there. If I do an early shift to second and just kind of power through, or be a little more patient.
You can't turn right when I'm left.
And wait for it. There we go. That complex is another place where you just gotta be super patient.
The pit window is now open.
The pit
Need to
window?
refuel by lap 2.
No. There's no way this car needs to refuel. Ah, it is gonna be close. Oh, don't you do it. That was my fault. I braked a little late trying to find my fuel gauge here. Ah, this thing just demolishes fuel. Because freedom. Yeah, I see 1.7 laps of fuel remaining. There's no way in hell that I'm gonna stop. And this series is supposed to be designed as a sprint, so there shouldn't be a reason to stop. We're just going to chalk that up to crew chief being hyper conservative.
The gap to Harrison behind is now 7.4.
Again, we're going to tiptoe. Okay. Jeez. I carried just a tiny bit too much speed. It still spat me out at the end. Don't high center. Woo! That was not pretty. Any of that. Oh man. Last lap. When I start that, my goal is just one clean, mistake-free lap. Because, wow, I was terrible at this sector. Which is the shame, because it's the most fun sector. I could have carried a lot more in there. Oh well. I think it's going to be slower than the first lap.
The gap to Harrison behind is now 7.8 seconds.
Alright, and remember, don't overdo it. Nice.
Come on, Morgan. One more lap. Keep it together. We'll win this. That's half distance. We
Trying,
estimate
Jim. I'm
one
trying.
laps of fuel left. Your times are good in all three sectors.
Missed the apex by a wee bit. Yeah, I think I still like second gear out of that one. Third gear is just sacrificing too much. Alright. Mistake free, mistake free. And send it in here. Not perfect, but I mean, a few hundredths. And that was doing that in second that time, and it was about 10th slower. Wow. This thing on warmer tires is definitely a lot more floaty. Turn!
The gap behind is now 8.8 seconds.
Oh, we're catching somebody. That's terrifying. Hopefully they have the pace to stay ahead. I really don't want to try to pass a lap car. Staying ahead so far. Gap's 3.6. Hell, I might slow it down to avoid them. Although... Alright, that works too. I will take that. And we're gonna putt through, we're gonna putt through. A little better. And that was better. Okay. Not terrible. Definitely better than last lap. There we go. Second carousel, don't overdo it. Little tap on the brakes. Whew. And finally on the back straight for the last time.
The gap behind is now 9.1 seconds.
Grew the gap to the folks behind, but not by a ton.
1 gallon remaining.
That's crazy. This car barely has enough fuel to do the full 3 laps.
Good race, Lee.
And there it is.
Well done,
P1
Morgan. Great win. You deserved that today.
In the first race in the C6R. Hell freaking yes. America. Well, that was a blast. Gonna attempt to do this series a few more times, just see how it all shakes out, but definitely a good car for this track. It's definitely not a cakewalk. So, till next time, my name is Morgan, and this has been Cleveland Beamer Sim Sports. We'll catch you next time.